If you suffer from chronic pain, chances are that you've tried almost everything to handle that pain. You may even have been told by your doctor that you'll have to learn to live with that pain, that that's just part of growing older. So you may not have much hope for ever feeling great again. If so, you really need to know about a treatment that NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, spent years of research and millions of dollars developing for the astronauts. It's called PEMF, or Pulsed Electromagnetic Frequency. You remember that when the first astronauts came back from spending time in outer space, they were so weak they could hardly stand? Why was that? It wasn't just because of the lack of gravity in outer space. It was because the Earth has a natural electromagnetic pulse that all living things have grown accustomed to. So when the astronauts didn't have that pulse while they were in space, they became very weak and debilitated. NASA found that we all need this very slow, low-intensity magnetic pulse to stay healthy. It is now built into the space station, and the Russians use it to enhance the performance of their athletes. Thousands of people have used this to regain their health and become pain-free. There have been over 10,000 studies, including over 2,000 scientific papers on PEMF. Here are just a few of the medical conditions that PEMF therapy has been shown to help: arthritis, back pain, enlarged prostate, Alzheimer's, bronchitis, hypertension, diabetes, fibromyalgia, headache, hip problems, insomnia, migraines, multiple sclerosis, neck pain, neuropathy, Parkinson's disease, and tendinitis. The FDA has approved PEMF for a variety of conditions, including depression, wounds that won't heal, and even brain cancer. Well, why doesn't your doctor know about it? There are 3 reasons why most doctors don't tell you about PEMF and may not even know about it. First of all, it's easier for a doctor to prescribe a pill than to ask you to come in every day for a 10-minute treatment, even though that treatment may be much more effective than pain pills and has no side effects. Second, how practical would it be for your doctor to ask you to come back every day to be treated? Third, until now, PEMF home units have been prohibitively expensive, running from $4,000 up to $20,000. And most people simply couldn't afford to invest that much in a device, even if it could get rid of their pain. That was our situation exactly. My wife developed neuropathy in her hands and feet. It was terribly painful.
I've had type 1 diabetes most of my life. As a result, I've developed painful neuropathy in my hands and feet, and was desperate to find a way to get free of the pain, at least the worst of it. My rheumatologist and my endocrinologist, while sympathetic, said that I could expect the pain to get worse, and if the drug gabapentin didn't work for me, there was nothing to be done. Even at a low dose, I found the side effects of gabapentin very unpleasant. So there went my only hope. I had no reason to believe I would ever be free of pain. David has always been supportive. When I saw an ad from a medical doctor here offering PEMF treatments in his office, I had never heard of this and asked David to research whether it was real science or some new woo-woo fad.
I hadn't heard of PEMF either. I was very skeptical until I looked into it.
Having become convinced that this would be something good for both of us to try, I was sad to see that the cost of the treatment sessions at hundreds of dollars a month was not in our budget, nor could we manage the cost of buying a unit for use at home, $6,000 to $20,000.
Which is why I decided I needed to build one, so you could see if it would help you.
David spent a couple of years doing the research to build a PEMF unit for me.
I reviewed many of the thousands of scientific studies that have been done in order to produce what I believe is the best PEMF unit available at any price.
Since my feet had neuropathy and one foot had 2 broken bones and the other had plantar fasciitis, making it even more painful to walk, I started by using the PEMF mats on my feet. This felt quite good, so I used it every day. After using it on my feet for 6 weeks or so, the bones were healed, the fasciitis was gone, and the neuropathic pain in my feet was also gone. Best of all, my hands were now functioning normally, without pain. I could make a fist, carry a glass with one hand, and play the piano without pain. Wow!
A few years ago, I fell on my head, got a concussion, resulting in a terrible headache that went on 24 hours a day for over 2 years. I tried everything, but it wasn't until I started using PEMF that I was able to get rid of that pain. What a relief. PEMF can not only relieve pain, it can also remove the inflammation that in many cases is causing the pain. It can improve blood flow, increase cellular flexibility, and improve tissue oxygenation. Here's a picture of the effect of using PEMF on a leg wound that would not heal. On the left, you can see a non-healing diabetic ulcer of 3 years duration, scheduled for amputation. The middle picture shows the improvement after only 4 weeks of treatment. And the picture on the right shows it almost completely healed after just 8 weeks of treatment. When our friends found out about our bliss mats, they came to our home to use them themselves and soon asked me to make PEMF systems for them. At first I didn't want to invest the time and energy it would take to do this, but eventually we realized that we have an obligation to do what we can to help people become pain-free with PEMF. Which brings us to our mission, which is to make PEMF affordable for everyone. Chronic pain can be really debilitating. It destroys lives. It can lead to exhaustion, to depression, and even suicide. We want to do all we can to help people become pain-free. Our PEMF mats are handmade to the finest standards. They're designed to provide frequencies and intensity that NASA and thousands of scientific studies have shown to be optimal for your health.
Note that our Bliss 1600 PEMF is a 2-mat system. Why is this important?
If you're lying on a single mat, your back will receive the full electromagnetic pulse, but the part of your body away from the mat will hardly receive any of this field. The intensity of the field decreases drastically the farther you are from the mat. With our unique 2-mat system, the fields from each mat reinforce each other, so there's a uniform field between them. This gives your whole body an even treatment. This has the added advantage of letting you sit upright while using your PEMF. So you can do other things like reading, chatting with friends, or watching TV instead of having to lie down. The cases on our units may not be as sleek and elegant as some of the very expensive units out there, but our electronics are second to none. We have medical doctors and chiropractors, massage therapists and veterinarians using our PEMF mats. After years of research, we've developed a PEMF system that is second to none.
Our Bliss 1600 PEMF has helped many people across the country. How do you know that this will work for you? Try it. For a limited time, we're offering a special.
Instead of paying $4,000, $6,000, or even $12,000 to $20,000, you can get our complete state-of-the-art advanced double mat system, the Bliss 1600, for only $14.95. That is less than half the price of comparable systems. But wait, for a limited time, you can get our complete double mat Bliss 1600 for only $12.95. At $14.95, our Bliss 1600 system is still thousands of dollars less than comparable units. This offer is limited, so please don't delay. What's your next step? To take advantage of our special offer, click on the order button at our website. You can reach us by email at gladidid@comcast.net or text us at 505-386-3063. We look forward to hearing from you.